first question in question 1 is, give a statement which is logically equivalent to the following statement. A Muslim man is allowed to practice polygamy only if he is fair. So, we change this statement to P, I am working, Q, I am not at home. So, we get I am working only if I am not at home as the logically equivalent to this statement. Second question in question 1 is, rewrite each of the following statements in propositional logic notation. Then, determine the statements among them that are logically equivalent. State reasons for your argument. First statement is, if Jenny likes ballet, then she likes swimming and gymnastics. Second, if Jenny likes gymnastics, then she likes swimming and ballet. Third, if Jenny dislikes gymnastics or dislikes swimming, then she dislikes ballet. Fourth, Jenny dislikes ballet or she likes both swimming and gymnastics. In this fourth statement, we can see that there are three variables that are available in this four statement, which is P, Jenny likes ballet, Q, Jenny likes gymnastics, R, Jenny likes swimming. So the logic notation for the first statement is, if P, then Q and R. Second, if Q, then P and R. Third, not Q and R implies not P. Fourth, not P or Q and R. So, we use this truth table as our reasons for the arguments. So, the first thing that we need to know to construct this truth table is, we need to know how rows that we need to construct. So, first of all, we need to use the formula of 2 power of n, which is n is the number of the variable. Since we have 3 variables, so 2 power of 3 is 8. So we need to construct 8 rows. After we construct the rows and fill in all the variables, so we apply what we learned in the truth table, how to fill in the value in this truth table. After we construct the rows and fill in all the variables, so we apply what we learned in the truth table, how to fill in the value in this truth table. If P implies Q and R is logically equivalent to not Q and R implies not P is tautology, then P implies Q and R is logically implies to not Q and R implies not P. So now we will explain about question 2. The question is, show that the following argument is invalid by providing a counter example. This is the argument. So first of all, the statement of P is, the band could play rock music. Q, the band could play pop music. R, the band could play a cappella. S, the party is still going on. And the last one, the statement of T is, the audience will angry.
The argument also can be written in a form like this. After arranging the argument into this form, substitute the symbolic form with the statement above. Then, as the result, we are getting this. The band could play rock music and pop music, which is P and Q. And then if the band could play rock music, then they could play a cappella and pop music, which is P implies R and Q. R implies S or T. If the band could play a cappella, then the party is still going on, or the audience will angry. Then not S is the party is cancelled. Not T as the conclusion is the audience will not angry. Therefore, this argument is invalid.
So next, question 3. This question requires us to validate the argument below using the rules of inference. The argument that we have here is P implies R, Q implies not R, Q, the conclusion is not P. Let me explain how we get not P as the conclusion. In step 1, P implies R. In step 2, Q implies not R. In step 3, Q are the premise from the argument. In step 4, we get not R from step 2 and step 3 by using the rule of modest ponens. So let me explain how we get not R. So this is step 2 and step 3 from the argument. For example, Q, Gray is a cat. R, Gray has 4 legs. So the first statement, Q implies not R. If Gray is a cat, then Gray has not 4 legs. The statement 2, Gray is a cat. Therefore, we get Gray has not 4 legs, which is not R. In step 5, we get the conclusion not P by using the rule of modest tolerance in step 1 and step 4. So this is step 1 and step 4. P, Jane is a bird. R, Jane flies. So the first statement, P implies R. If Jane is a bird, then Jane flies. So the second statement, not R, Jane does not fly. Therefore, Jane is not a bird, which is not P. So the following argument is valid since we get the same conclusion as the argument, which is not P.